Hi guys. Waiting to see if anyone hops on. Hi Laura. Okay. I usually don't have very many people that comes on onto the live anyway, so this will be probably really short. But I wanted to talk about the difference in, yes, I'm live. The difference in the rapture and the second coming of Christ. Hi Carla. Good to see you on here. Okay. The rapture is when Jesus Christ returns to remove his church, all who truly follow Christ, from the earth. The rapture is described in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13 through 18, and 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 50 through 54. Believers who died will have their bodies resurrected along with the believers who are still living. They'll meet the Lord in the air. This will all occur in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye. Okay? The second coming is when Jesus returns to judge the earth, to defeat the Antichrist, to destroy evil, and establish his millennial kingdom. The second coming is described in Revelation chapter 19, verses 11 through 16. The important difference between the rapture and the second coming are: 1. At the rapture, believers meet the Lord in the air, and that is 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 17. At the second coming, believers return with the Lord to earth, and we find that in Revelation 19, verse 14. Okay, the second one is the rapture occurs before wrath. Remember, we are not appointed to wrath. We see this in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 9, and Revelation chapter 3, verse 10. The second coming occurs after the Great Tribulation, and we find that in Revelation chapter 6, starting at verse 16, all the way to Revelation 19. Okay? I think I've lost everybody. Okay, the third one, the third one, the rapture is the removal of believers from the earth as an act of deliverance, and we find that in 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 13 through 17, and 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 9. Okay, glad to see you're still here. The next one, the rapture will be secret and instant, and we find that in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 50 through 54. The second coming will be visible to everyone, and we see that in Revelation chapter 1, verse 7, and Matthew chapter 24, verse 29 and 30. The next one, the rapture is imminent. It could take place at any moment. In several places we find this. Titus chapter 2, verse 13, 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verses 13 through 18, and 1 Corinthians 15, verses 50 through 54. The second coming will not occur until after certain other end times events take place. And we find all that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4, Matthew 24, verses 15 through 30, and Revelation chapter 6, verse 16, all the way to Revelation chapter 18. The rapture and the second coming are similar but separate events. Both involve Jesus returning. Both are end times events. However, it is important to recognize the differences. The rapture is the return of Christ in the clouds to remove all true believers from the earth before wrath. Remember, something I want to point out. And if you can find a scripture, please post it in the comments, because the only scriptures that I find is that we're not destined to wrath. It does not say we're not destined to tribulations. We go through tribulations. Tribulations is a number of things. We are not destined to wrath. It says wrath, okay? The second coming is the return of Christ to the earth to bring the tribulation to an end and to defeat Satan and to usher in the 1,000-year reign of the Lord. So, my whole point of all this, yeah, Carla, wars, been wars going on for a long time. These are all tribulations. There's judgments on nations. Countries have fallen to wars and stuff. These are judgments on nations. These are all, they went through tribulation, okay? That was a tribulation. So it says that we're not destined to wrath. And if anybody finds anything any different than that, please let me know, because in what I've studied and stuff, I can't find anything. But I could be wrong. So comment if you have a verse that says we're not destined to tribulation, okay? So my whole point in all this is Jesus is coming back. That's a given. Hi, Barbara. Jesus is coming back. That's a given. So he's either coming back as your redeemer or your judge. And it's your choice, okay? So that's all I wanted to say to you all, but I hope I haven't bored everyone to sleep. I see no comments, so. Oh, okay, there's Laura. That's a relief. Sometimes I think I put everybody to sleep. Wide awake. That's good. But there is a difference between the second coming and the rapture. I know several people, they say that there is, or several people have said that the rapture won't happen until at the end, but it's two separate things. The rapture will happen. It's scriptural. We don't know when it'll happen. We hope soon. No one knows the day or hour, but oh well, Carla, you'll like the video that I just recorded it. I gotta edit it and everything. I have a video that'll probably go out tomorrow. I'm going to try to, if you all like it, I'm going to try to teach you all how to study the Bible for yourself. So we're going to it's going to be an interactive thing. We're going to try to study together a little bit. But if it works, I could start doing it live if people want to do that. But it'll probably go out tomorrow. And, well, always join us on the Disciple server. I do the Revelation study on there on Tuesdays at noon. Noon Eastern time, noon my time. So, but I just wanted to make this short and sweet and give you all scriptures. You can always go back and get the scriptures because I can't put them in here because I'm live. But you can go back and get the scriptures and look them up. The differences between the rapture and the second coming. So, I love you guys, and if I don't see you in the next video, I hope to see you in heaven. Bye, guys.